Yo, what's up, guys? Coach Cam back again with another video. This time it's upper body, back in the town at the gym. So starting off here with chest press, added a little bit of weight, made some good progress here, and still hitting the grind. So I am actually tweaking my program a little bit, and I'm going to do less exercises but a little bit more often and see if I like that better. Honestly, though, I like training only once a week. It's so simple, and I haven't tried to change any of my exercises in like at least 3 months. So I like that, but I'm just trying to do something a little different, something new, and see if I can eke out some more results. So I will be looking at my books and making some exercise changes. So that was chest press right into chest flies. I am also cutting a little bit. So about last week, I didn't eat as much food on some of the days. And then I just decided, why don't I just keep this going and just go on a little cut? So that's what I'm going to be doing. This workout, I didn't have that much of a pump at all, which was weird. And I was wondering why. Obviously, it makes sense. If you're low on carbs, low on just overall food intake, the pump's probably not going to be there. And you're not going to feel like as satisfied about your workout, but you still got the workout in. It's still a brick laid at the foundation of the building, if you know what I mean. So when I'm cutting calories, I'm not like tracking, but I know about how much I eat each day. I know how it feels to be full, and you just leave a little room in your tummy. Not, every meal. I probably will still eat like full dinners, but I think breakfast, I'm kind of skimping on that a little bit, skimping on lunches. But you're going to want to make sure that you eat good before you train. So probably within like 12 hours before you train, start eating good again. Have the workout, have some good stuff like post-workout if you're feeling up to it, and then get right back on the cutting. So that's how I find the best success, is just cutting most of the time, most days, but not all the time or every day. I know a couple summers ago, I cut like 30 pounds, and I basically cut out dinners, or made dinners really, really small. And toward the end, I had to basically cut them out in order to do that. But this time it's going to be a little bit more breakfast or just spread throughout the day. Back to the video though, here I'm doing lat pull downs, and it was too light, which is actually funny because I added 20 extra pounds to this before I even started because I thought it was too light, and it was still too light. I did like 11 reps. This was the only attachment that did not have a swivel in the middle of the bar, right? And you guys have heard me talk about this before. Lat pull down and row attachments that have a hinge in the middle and allow the bar to spin are going to make it way harder for you to grip the bar or the attachment and go to muscle failure as opposed to just your grip failing. So this is the best attachment to not lose your grip. That's why people like it so much, but it's really only because all those other bars over there are spinning out of your hands. So I ended up trying a different attachment for the rows, put it on, went to pull, and the grip started spinning on me, so I switched it back to that same grip that I just used on lat pull downs. But I actually prefer a row where my elbows are more flared out to the sides. So I'm going to change the attachment for next time, or just do a completely different row. Probably like a dumbbell row. I might try like single arm dumbbell row. Talking with one of my high intensity buddies who he was talking to me about how you might get more out of training unilaterally. And so that's why you see me here doing one arm bicep curls. He explained it to me like this. He said, your brain is basically a battery and your muscles are like light bulbs. You turn on 2 light bulbs, you get a certain amount of watts going to each. But if you turn on just one light bulb, it could shine brighter then turning on all the other light bulbs along with it. So trying that out just for a few exercises, like, biceps, triceps, some delts exercises, but ultimately just trying to see if that works or if I like it better. Like I said, I didn't really get a good pump from this workout because I didn't fuel myself properly, and so it's kind of hard to gauge if I liked it or not. But overall, good workout here. Another thing I want to touch on is training volume. It's a hot topic all the time and never ceases to die. People doing multiple sets of every single thing that they do. And I would just try to tell you to simplify it and do only one set. And if you really want to do more than one set, you just can't handle one, then do two. Okay, you're still doing more work than probably necessary, provided you train really hard. But 2 sets would at least cover your bases and not be as excessive as other people who do like 5 sets of everything. Also, you got to make sure you're training with a moderate weight. It's kind of heavier, but not too light. If it's too light, the set goes on forever, and you might be generating more fatigue than you need to. There's a sweet spot that you're trying to aim for, and for me, it's usually between like 5 to 10 reps. If I'm going over 10 reps, then I misjudge the weight, or the range of motion is just so small that somehow I was able to keep going. But you really want to stay in the 5 to 10 rep range on most things, provided you have a reasonable cadence that you're performing the exercises with. So remember, the goal is to contract your muscles. You don't have to move your body to contract your muscles. You have to apply force, right? So you push against an immovable object, you're contracting your muscles. And this is how you stimulate your body for adaptations. So with this in mind, I prefer to perform exercises that directly target muscles function, right? So this is elbow extension. So that is how you target the triceps. And a lot of other movements that people are doing, it's not that they're not effective at all. They're just not worth it. It's just pointless or excessive if you are already challenging your muscles with weights in the gym. So what's an example of doing something that's excessive when you already train in the gym? Well, one thing would be like hitting a tire with a sledgehammer, right? That's excessive. Why? Because you're expending energy for the purpose of what? Well, you would say to exercise, to train, to get better, 1% better every day, whatever that's about. Well, you're only getting better if you're actually challenging yourself very, very hard, right? You're not getting better doing something easy. So hitting a sledgehammer on a tire, it's easy until it's not, right? And what's making it not easy is your breathing is increasing, your heart rate's increasing, your muscular involvement is increasing a little bit, but I don't know anyone that's ever reached like muscle failure from swinging a sledgehammer. Like, you're not, like, what are you gonna train like your lats or your shoulders to failure by doing that? Like, you wouldn't, right? It's not really possible. So that's what I mean by it's excessive, because when you train your muscles directly to failure, as I do in my workouts, you get those benefits of the sledgehammer and then some, right? You're training harder than that. You are stimulating your body with a stronger, more intense stimulus for adaptations, for both cardiovascular adaptations and musculoskeletal improvements in hypertrophy and strength. So that will improve your functional ability on all fronts. So if I were to go do, like I'm saying, swing a sledgehammer, it's unnecessary. It's just unnecessary. You can do it if you want to. I mean, you can train every single day if you want to. You can do whatever you feel comfortable with, but I'm just letting you know that it's not getting you better. It's not improving the exercise stimulus compared to what you're already getting with weights, So another thing, I see a lot of older people, they just go for walks. That's kind of all they do. And you can look at people and tell, like, hey, you have really low levels of muscle mass. Like, it would be in your best interest to improve your muscle, the health of your muscles, right? Reduce the fat mass in your muscles, but increase your lean muscle mass so that you are stronger, so that you are healthier. It's important to lift weights to accomplish that. You're not going to accomplish that going for walks. You're just going to feel better. Most people feel better when they move, right? Because why? You contracted your muscles. So if you're going to feel better from contracting your muscles, you might as well make it a high intensity stress to actually stimulate your body for adaptations. Now, if you're just like going for walks or hiking, that's totally fine. I'm nothing against that. I just mean people that think that that's exercise, think that they're actually improving their health and fitness, when you got to train harder to do that.